Hi guys, I'm getting married in 2026, specifically in the summer of 2026. I wanted to chat all things wedding, give you a little rundown of 7 unexpected, untraditional things. These things are all personal and there's a lot of logistics that go in to planning a wedding. I'm not going to give like too many disclaimers because obviously you can understand there's nuance to every situation. I don't need to tell you that. I'm going to try to do like a no makeup look, but that's always tough. I always just go full out, you know? But I'm hosting a little Dodgers baseball game watch party tonight, so I don't need anything crazy, but I just want to feel a little cute. In planning a wedding, you have a budget to keep in mind. You have the opinions of family members, which I know a lot of people have a take where they're like, who cares what the family members think? I do. Like, especially if they're contributing to our budget. Like, I also am blessed to have nice family members, but my family members have opinions, and that contributes to how things operate. So anyways, there's just so many behind the scenes things that go into planning a wedding that you just don't think about. I'm getting married in Los Angeles, so the prices I'm looking at are just really insane. Like, I really thought that I was going into it knowing what to expect. I mean, there's a TV show on Netflix called Marriage or Mortgage, and we would watch that and we'd be like, oh my gosh, like, why are people choosing this? Anyways, all that to say is like things can snowball very easily. That sort of happened. So you just really have to pick and choose what you're gonna spend on, and that's led to a lot of the decisions that I will share with you today. Before getting engaged, people would say to me, like, if you are gonna get married ever in your life, you have to have a planner. Just trust me, it'll be worth it. And I was like, yeah, 100%. Like, I should definitely bake that into my budget. And all of the planners that I was coming across in my area, and if I didn't go with someone in my area, then I'd have to fly them in and then pay for them to have somewhere to stay. I was looking at 10K to 20K for a planner, which I want to pay people for their time. I want to pay them their rate. I can't afford that. I am a Virgo. I am a pretty good planner, but I feel like I'm quite busy. I'll just be going about my life, getting caught up in work and getting caught up in, I don't know, everyday troubles and like going to the doctor, going to get my car fixed, going to travel, blah, blah, blah. You get so busy and then all of a sudden you're like, oh my God, I'm getting married. Oh my God, did I message that vendor back? No, I didn't. Oh my God, message the vendor back. Hey, so sorry for ghosting you. Oh my gosh. I don't say ghosting. I'm a little more professional, but I'm like, hi, I'm so sorry for the delayed response. Do you happen to still be available on that wedding date? Girl, no, they have moved on, which is totally fair. But yeah, I think a planner would have been amazing. I will be having a day of coordinator. Do not worry. I think that is completely essential and I will figure that out, but that'll be a lot cheaper. So, similar reasoning due to budget. We aren't doing welcome drinks. We aren't doing a welcome party, which I'm not gonna lie, really bummed me out at first. I was having a really hard time reckoning with that because a welcome party can be a really nice chance for your guests to get to know each other, for people to mingle and break the ice. It's also super nice for people that are coming from out of town, which will be a lot of people. And it's a good chance for the bride and the groom to say hi to people, because on your wedding day you might not be able to really chat with everyone. So I think welcome drinks, welcome parties are really nice. But again, we're getting married in Los Angeles and we're having like 100+ person wedding, and to host that many people in a spot, I just was coming up against such large numbers. That's not our truth at this moment. If my guests, you know, have a problem with not having welcome drinks, which I really don't think anyone will, then I'm really sorry. But I also feel like Los Angeles is a fun city, that like there's enough for people to do here that they're not just gonna be like flying out to the middle of nowhere and like wanting more things to do. And something else that I'm doing for my girls who are flying out from out of town, my sisters will be hosting a brunch in my backyard for my girlfriends, and so I'll get special time with them leading up to the wedding. And I also have a very low social battery, so it'll be a nice progression for me and not burn me out by the end of my wedding. So we're gonna do a girls brunch, rehearsal dinner, then the wedding. No welcome drinks. Also, A plus with not doing welcome drinks is it's really easy to make the mistake of getting too drunk on the welcome night, being hungover for your wedding day. So I think that eliminates that temptation. I definitely had a vision for welcome drinks and it didn't pan out, and it was definitely one of those hard things that I had to swallow. But again, there's only so many hills you can die on when you're getting married. It will be sweet, and I do think it's better for my social battery anyways. Cam and I have lived together for almost 5 years, I want to say. So we have stuff. I don't think we'll be doing a registry. We might accept money for a honey fund for experiences on our honeymoon. What number are we on? I don't know. But the next thing is I will not be doing a bridal shower. A lot of my family friends, my really close girlfriends are, and I have close friends on the West Coast too, but a lot of them are on the East Coast, and I was not able to make it home for their bridal celebrations. At the time that they were getting married, I couldn't afford to go home, which was sad, but like I missed a lot of that, and so I would feel very awkward. My best friend back home did offer to throw a party for me for a bridal shower, and I just was like, look, I would feel really uncomfortable asking everyone to celebrate me when I wasn't able to be there. And she was like, seriously, no one's gonna care. And I was just like, I know, I'm not like a birthday person, so to me, I think it would feel like a birthday party. And I'm like, you guys are gonna all fly out for my wedding. This was like, thank you, but I can't. And that's not me saying I'm not worthy of being celebrated. It's just, I don't know, every bride is different. Again, it goes back to like wanting to build up the anticipation for the weekend itself. I am not doing a bridal party. I'm not having bridesmaids. Cam's not having groomsmen. It's not because we don't have a lot of friends that we cherish and want to honor. And like, I understand why people want to have bridesmaids. I'm gonna have my family walk down the aisle and then take seats, but I like being seated during weddings. Honestly, our wedding feels so small that even though it is like kind of a lot of people, but like people invited to our wedding are people that we want to honor. Every guest is a guest of honor. So I don't know, like honoring like 8 of my favorite girls, like that felt really hard to choose. So I was just like, I'm not doing it. But I am going on a bachelorette trip, so it's like I am kind of doing it, but I'm not really doing it. Since I don't have my girls getting ready with me, what I'm gonna do instead is have a VIP cheers moment. I've never heard anyone call it that. I've never heard of it before, but I just figured I would get ready with my mom, my grandma, and my 2 sisters, and then my VIP cheers moment will be as my friends are arriving. I can tell them to arrive like maybe an hour before the ceremony, and we cheers some champagne and have a moment together, and then they go take their seats. I think that would be really sweet. Something untraditional is that I will be walking myself down the aisle. I don't need to expand more on that. It's just, I feel like that feels really good to me, but I will have my family honored and walking down the aisle ahead of me. But yeah, it's just gonna be me having a solo moment, and I'm so excited for that moment to walk down the aisle and see Cam's face. Okay, the last thing on my list for now that I have to share that I've done a little differently is I handmade my save the dates. If you follow me on Instagram, you might have seen them. I hand painted, hand rhinestoned, hot glued, cut out our save the dates, and they're all individual and they're all special, and it was a labor of love. It did take a long time, but it was also really fun, and Cam helped out a little bit in there too. He was like in his finals week. He has a full-time job and he was getting his MBA, and so he was very, very busy, but he did help out a little bit, and it's just such a fun memory. And that was one thing that I did that was like, this is a little crazy. I'm a crafty girl, so like getting the reaction from our family and friends about how much they love it and how it's such a keepsake. I did a painting based off of the tree in our venue. It has dangly lights, so I did that in there. A lot of people have said that it means a lot to them and that they love it, so that felt really good. Now thinking about the invites, I'm a little overwhelmed, so I think that we are just gonna do like a text link to our wedding website, which might upset some of my family members. You know, I'm from Florida, which is kind of the South, that, you know, think that might be a little improper. I think everyone has their save the date that they really like for me, and they'll take the text, and I don't think anyone's gonna be bothered. I really don't. Okay, finishing up with a little bit of the overlining of the lips. Gotta do it. And a little bit of lip gloss. I haven't gotten lip filler in 2 years, and I really do feel like I want to get more. And I think now is a good time because we're still so far away from the wedding that they'll settle and be natural looking, because I feel like I have been noticing that I'm overlining my lips like a lot more than usual, and I think I just miss a little plump. Stay tuned. But yeah, here's the final no makeup look. Thank you for watching and hearing about wedding updates. Follow my Instagram. I update my story quite often and you'll get a lot more details there at Caro Deary, and follow my TikTok for silly sketch comedy videos. I also post those on Instagram too, and subscribe for more. Bye.